The Clinton email scandal is still in court, despite what the big media would have you believe. You know, it's interesting. The left is going around the country, and has been for several years now, tearing down the statues of politicians from the 1800s over the Civil War. They were on the wrong side in the Civil War, were slaveholders and such. And you know, they're persuading people to tear down those statues in communities. But we're not allowed to ask questions about what Hillary Clinton did 3 years ago. That's the way the deep state thinks. And thankfully, a federal court agrees with Judicial Watch that there are questions that need to be answered. And he granted us the ability to get discovery, both initially in December of last year, and then when we found even more questions about the Hillary Clinton email cover-up, he granted us the ability to get even more discovery. And more witnesses have come in. We already began deposing another. We deposed at least one witness, I think, last week. And he also gave Hillary Clinton 30 days to respond to our request to depose her. And she responded on Monday. Needless to say, she opposes our request to depose her, citing her testimony to Congress, her testimony to Judicial Watch in written interrogatory responses under oath, testimony which doesn't provide much insight, if at all, into her mishandling of her emails, her use of an account, a separate email system to avoid the Freedom of Information Act that's clear, and other issues the court wants investigated. So we have a chance to respond, and then the court will decide. And I expect the court will decide over the next few months. And we're doing this over the opposition of the Justice Department. Yeah, you heard that right. Bill Barr's Justice Department is protecting Hillary Clinton still. Can you believe it? It's extremely frustrating. It doesn't stop us from pushing forward, because the Justice Department is losing in court against us in their efforts to protect Hillary Clinton, and the full disclosure of the scandal and cover-up that not only was she involved in, but officials in the State Department and Justice Department and the Obama White House, we've proved, were involved in. Everything we know about the Clinton email scandal is as a result of Judicial Watch's litigation. Everything you know. The consequence of our litigation, the most significant non-governmental investigation in American history, is that Hillary Clinton is not President of the United States. So I complain about the lack of Justice Department help and the protection the Justice Department and the FBI provided Hillary Clinton corruptly, and still, in my view, do today. But we still are achieving these historic results despite these overwhelming odds against us. I like this, I know sometimes it's thought of as a David versus Goliath. Well, Judicial Watch is Goliath. It's Goliath versus Goliath as far as I'm concerned, because we represent the American people and the rule of law. And that's a pretty strong backing against the corrupt deep state that dishonestly opposes our efforts to get the truth. The court also allowed us, because there was this memo written by her attorneys who deleted those emails. Remember, she stole the 60,000 emails that she created as a State Department official. And once it was found out, she only returned half of them and tried to delete or destroy or hide the rest of them. And the lawyer involved in that, we found through deposition testimony, we deposed her, the lawyer who was involved in destroying those emails for her. And she got immunity from the Justice Department. But she also admitted to us that she wrote a memo describing her review of the emails, how she figured out what was personal versus so-called government emails. We know the emails that she destroyed some of those were classified because the FBI found them and gave them to us. So there's this memo about the review and the deletion of her emails, and the court said Judicial Watch has the right to seek it. And you know what Hillary Clinton's lawyers did? They filed a brief on Monday along with their opposition saying we shouldn't get any of that memo. So we're going to have to fight that with no help from the Justice Department and the State Department. But we have not forgotten about the Clinton email scandal. We think it's important. She's still a significant public figure, and it's important that justice be brought to bear. And plus, it's the simple issue is that we're investigating, this lawsuit is the Benghazi lawsuit, about who knew what and when about the lies about Benghazi. And we have a right to the documents under the law. So it's really simple in the sense that we're trying to find out where all our emails are because the law requires it.